Well, there's questions. I guess we have a lot of disappointed students
Yeah.
in Wilkes
Yeah.
for Syracuse.
Math people.
Yeah, so, all right, well, I have some local news this week, and it is regarding the new renovations that will be going on in Public Square. So I think a lot of community members in Wilkes-Barre will be happy to hear this. So Public Square is going to be given a facelift, and this is cited from the Citizen's Voice. And the plans include improvements for sidewalks, as well as new benches and on-street parking to attract visitors. They're hoping to, improve the walking in Public Square, as well as lighten up the scenery. New concrete sidewalks will replace the old blocks that are dated back to the 1972 flood. So I finally have an even sidewalk to walk on in Public Square. The on-street metered parking will be added, and it should add about 86 new spots for people to, park and check out the local businesses around. The project is set to begin April 5th and is estimated to cost $1.3 million. And the town of Wilkes-Barre is hoping for businesses to beautify storefronts to match the benches for visitors to hang out there and sit and talk, and so that would coincide with the new look. Also, they hope that the new look will attract more local businesses. And so far, I guess this has already begun to work since in the past 3 years, about 30 new businesses have been attracted to the area. So it's exciting, new improvements. And the project will be the fourth phase in an overall improvement of the entire downtown Wilkes-Barre area. The first phase began back in 2006 when about 390 streetlights were installed. And then the second phase occurred also in 2006 where they added about $1 million worth of lights around King's College. The third phase installed an additional 116 light poles around the square. So it's pretty exciting. I'm excited about this to see the new improvements.
I don't know if I'll be around for it.
I've lived here my entire life, and the Public Square has always been a slightly sketchy area, so it's nice to hear that they're going to
yeah, and the mayor said, according to Citizens Voice, that one of the goals will make it Public Square to be a safer area to walk around and everything socialized. So that's one of great.
It used to be such a nice area, too. Like, my parents grew up here, so I would hear stories about high school and college life back in the day, back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, and it was apparently there was things to do. I know that's shocking.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get back to that, so.
Well, we have to take it to a PSA, so let's see.
No, actually, we're not taking it to a PSA.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
We don't want to miss Sal.
I'm sorry, I was
Bree gets confused sometimes. No, I'm going to take it over. I'm going to take it over to some entertainment news for today. First thing that I want to talk about is, well, something that came out, I keep saying that, and it's funny that I should choose those words, but a story that broke, if you will, yesterday. Ricky Martin, if everybody remembers him, he was a pop sensation from the early 90s, or mid-90s, and has kind of evolved from then until now, and has stayed on there he is, on the Latin American pop scene, if not our own pop scene. His sexuality has been taken into question for years. Well, it has finally come out that Ricky Martin is indeed gay. And I am shocked, to say the least. I have never been felt so cheated by a news story in my life.
She bangs, right?
Ricky, you are... I can't even keep a straight face. Okay.
Good one.
According to TMZ.com, this is where I pulled all this from, Martin says the birth of his twin sons led to his decision to come out. And according to the singer, quote, "To keep living as I did up until today would be to indirectly diminish the glow that my kids were born with." TMZ, you didn't spell that correctly. They were born in August of 2008, so he waited a little while, but I don't know. I wanted to bring that to the table just as see how everybody else felt about that before we moved on.
Very interesting.
Anybody else shocked?
No.
Nothing else to say?
I didn't think it was that shocking. I can see that.
There were a lot of rumors before.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was.
there
Definitely.
and everything, and he seems to be very stylish and everything. So, it fits.
Reminds me of a quote from Will and Grace. Jack McFarlane. Everything reminds me of a quote from Will and Grace. But Jack McFarlane once said, Ricky Martin, the openly Latino pop singer. Boom. Okay. He finds me funny today.
You are just full of jokes today. I think you're
Bree
funny.
finds me funny. Bree also thinks we're going to a PSA.
Shut up.
Oh God.
Is Ricky Martin doing
Yeah,
anything?
that's pretty much all
Is he
I've
doing
got for
anything
today.
new? Does he have
Yeah,
any
he's
new
got tons.
CDs
He's had tons of
now?
pop albums. He's one of those guys that comes to America and then he goes back to his hometown, to Latin America, and then he'll release a song or two here. But anyway, we already talked with the question of the week a little bit about sports, but we're going to take it back over to another sporting segment.
Over the past couple of years, Wilkes University has become a force in Division III tennis. While the Lady Colonels have received their fair share of accolades, it's the men's team that seems to fly under the radar.
I think it's kind of a secondary sport. It's not like your typical basketball, baseball, that kind of thing. So,
I think tennis in general in the U.S. Is kind of almost a secondary sport. I think my players are also a little bit on the quiet side, so I don't know how much attention they gather and garner for themselves. But I think we just kind of work hard and do our thing and just go about our business. So.
But the team should get the recognition they deserve. In their last 2 seasons, the Colonels have amassed a record of 36-5 and have captured the last 2 conference titles. This year, the team has continued their torrid pace, dominating their first 2 opponents in the spring season 9-0. If you talk to some of the players, much of the team's success can be attributed to the guy behind the scenes, head coach Chris Light.
I think our coach is, really good, recruiting a lot of good players, and, we're all doing really good as a team. Coach is just, knows how to pick the good players.
a lot of it does have to do with Coach. He does a great job making sure good guys are coming in every year. He's great at recruiting. I don't want to give him all the credit. I mean, we're the ones on the court, but he has a lot to do with it. So,
although the players say it's Coach behind all the recent success, Light gives all the credit to his team's unmatched depth and skill and their undeterred determination to be number one.
We don't really have a weakness. Some teams are strong at the top but not deep. Other teams are real deep but they don't have real strong players at the top. We really kind of have it all. We're well represented. We're not all seniors, all freshmen. We're well represented. And also I think, like I said, our work ethic and stuff is really good. The guys have been working hard and they really want to win the conference again, so that work ethic's been important.
This year, the Colonels are off to a great start and have high hopes for the postseason.
Well, I'm going to try and not to lose a match, and hopefully we win the MAC championships again, and we definitely want to win a match at Nationals.
I mean, I don't want to look ahead of ourselves. I mean, we do still have to win the MAC championship before we do that, but that's really what we want. That's our main goal, but we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves.
With the way the team is effortlessly cruising through their schedule now, it seems as though a third consecutive MAC title is well on its way, and Wilkes University's best-kept secret is soon to be its crown jewel. For Colonel Showcase, this is Anthony Durunda and Gino Troiani. Back to you, Wilkes World.